Greetings, my fellow travelers, and welcome to Spirit Therapy. Nicole here with your report for, well, I want to do this one on the full moon that's coming up on Friday, February 10th. It's also a lunar eclipse and on Friday. And at the moment, it is the loud part of the day here in New York City. It's a beautiful day, actually. For once, 50 degrees. So we have the children playing and Wednesday afternoon traffic. So, they might chime in. I'm just letting you know now. So let's talk about the full moon, huh? Yeah, I'm going to do shorter reports. Hence why it took me a little while to get back to you, because I realized some of you like to hear about the astrology and like to hear the astrological cosmic spirit therapy view on what's going on right now. And others of you really like it when I talk about certain philosophies. So we're going to start this week, see how you like it. So right now, the energy, we are gearing up towards a full moon on Friday. And this full moon, the moon is in Leo, fire sign, and it's making a grand fire trine with Saturn that's in Sagittarius and Uranus that's in my sign Aries. My sign, like I own it, which brings up a good point. It's all about the I, the individual right now, what we're wanting for our own self, for our own bliss, what our soul had us come here for. Continually, not past tense, but I'm thinking going into our lifetime, what are we doing here now? So Uranus being in Aries, Aries being the first sign, being the sign of the individual, I desire, so therefore I act. And then Uranus, the disruptor, the new way of doing things. So with the moon going into Leo for this full moons always gear us up and to become full of whatever the energy is right now. And Leo is very much about the performance, true or false. It's also about the good time. It feels like August, it's birthday month. So it makes everything look good, and it also wants to shine and not do too much work, which is great. That's why I love Leos. They're like, listen, can't we just do this fabulous in like 5 minutes and then I can go home and, have a beer? So this is the energy, but yet we have a lunar eclipse on top of it. They always happen during a full moon, but the eclipses help us to see what's behind the light. So the shadow is being seen of ourselves, clearly of the world, and also of each individual sign. So it's a time for looking at things and for seeing what it is that you're really up to, because January was confusing and a little nebulous, a lot, and really brought up a lot of our stuff. Mars being in Pisces the whole time. I call it the fire in the ocean. So we didn't have a whole lot of drive. But now Mars is in Aries, his ruling planet, where he loves to be. It's all fire and go, and go in the dojo and let's do this. And Venus, our feminine, sensuous side, is also now in Aries. So you see how you're probably feeling a lot more grounded, and things are at least a little bit more clear in your life, but we're still not quite settled, and that's because of the full moon and the eclipse. So my advice to you is to ride with the energy, whatever it is right now. let it be what it is, and give yourself the chance to take a look at it without too much judgment. Do your best. We're the best and the worst judges and critics of ourselves, and we really don't have we don't see what others see, because we're all in our own thing. So if there are reflections coming to you of that you like or don't like, take a look at it. Maybe take a second look at it. And then in our own life, look at where we may be either beating ourselves up or focused on what we don't want instead of what we want. That's the video I'm going to do about manifestation after we're finished here, about how do you focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, so that you manifest what you want. So this is the energy right now. And then and just to give you a little precursor, in 2 weeks, February 26th, I think it is the solar eclipse and the new moon. So this eclipse season helps us to see behind the sun of ourself. That's when the sun gets eclipsed. We see behind ourselves. And now we're looking at the moon behind in our emotions, behind in where our stuff is coming from, the void. What is our motivation, as actors say? Yeah, or what is our mission? What are we here to do? So very interesting. It's a time of review, but it's also a time for making plans. And it's also a time for starting to move forward and for starting to walk your walk, talk your talk, whatever it is, and choose what you want. Because I have a feeling that this 2017, we metaphysicals and we humans are going to be thinking and talking a lot about manifestation and where we're at, because what we're manifesting from now till the end of the year is going to be very apparent. And whatever you manifest this year is going to continue in some sort of well-known factor, in some sort of palpable way, through 18, 19, 20, and then 21, 2020, 21, it starts to become something else. But these are the building blocks where we're going towards really for the rest of our life. No pressure. You know how I don't like to make things, a big deal, but it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So make some good choices. See if you can judge yourself the least, so that you can really take an unbiased look at what you are manifesting and promoting and doing in your life, and see how it sits with you, knowing that until Friday and a couple days before, it's going to feel a little like a pull, a little like I'm not sure, possibly. So, yeah. So, if you're following along, we'll always talk about the full moons and eclipses and things like that. So it's good to lay the groundwork for what these things are. Full moons pull us. It's kind of like going up on the roller coaster. Chicka, chicka, chicka. You have no choice. You're strapped in. It's happening. And then after the full moon, it takes like 2 days to get out of the energy, but that's the okay, now we can really see what we're working with. So, final message here is really take a look now, and most importantly, take a look at what makes you happy. Let happiness be your guide. Let the bliss that you feel, no matter why or what or shoulds or coulds or whatever, what's really making you happy now, no matter how small or how big. And then take the next 2 weeks until the new moon and the solar eclipse to cycle through it, let things fall away that need to fall away, focus more on things that are making you happy, and see what happens once we start to create again in the new moon, which is what new moons are about. New moons are about, okay, finished with that. Thank you very much. Let's move on to this next chapter, cycle time of the present. So I hope that's helpful. If you'd like a spirit therapy session with me, you can find us at the website below, and we can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about what's going on now. We can talk, I'm not an astrologer, but I can help you through your chart and at least give you an idea of what your sign and your rising sign, your moon sign is really telling you. And then if you really want to get a full astrology and you're looking for a good astrologer, I know a few. So it's a good time to look at that. And spirit therapy, seeing where you're at. It's what it's all about. Or you can get a drawing with Zion, left, right, Nicole. There you go. That's mine. The reaching between worlds, which is constantly the gift that keeps on giving. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and good luck and Godspeed.